Alrighty, welcome back. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. If I haven't said it before, your boys is back.
What it do?
What's good, everybody?
Welcome back to another episode of the Lyrically Acclaimed Podcast. I'm your host, Ill-Minded Taz, and to the left of me, we got the one and only.
Big
Everybody,
D.
damn son,
He accepted it.
he accepted it this time, man. It's everybody's favorite uncle. He jumped the line, like God damn it. Uncle D is in the building,
Uncle D.
Yeah, what's good, everybody?
and to the right of me, y'all already know who it is. It's the one and only ARCHIE, man. Archie Boy's in the building.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So, y'all already know it's the New Year's. We gotta toast it up one time for the one time. 2026, baby.
We got a lot of
2025,
bottles.
huh?
We got a lot of bottles on the table. What are we actually?
Whatever.
Whatever it is. This is the brand new year. It's the beginning of the year.
That fruity vodka I can't do, so I
Goddamn.
pulled out the tequila.
Whatever you want. Which one you want? You got tequila and got fruity ass
Tequila?
vodka.
No, you know what? That would sound dangerous.
The fruity vodka?
What?
Oh.
No, this is tequila.
You said tequila. I'm like, no,
I just said it a random way. That's that Hornitos Raspado right there.
Let me get some.
What you want?
Let me get some.
100% pure day agave. There
He
you
said
go.
he want that little oven.
Little oven, yeah.
All right,
All right.
I'm sleeping good.
You sure right.
Man, this some good tequila.
Hopefully, they don't send me for a drug test. Well, it's Saturday. They shouldn't.
Alrighty.
Like, nope. You gotta wait till
Boy,
Monday.
speaking of, I did 3 of them bitches this year, like 2025, boy.
For 2026 to be a good year for us and for everybody out there who's watching. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Woo!
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Definitely go good with some salt. A little lime.
Some salt? Nah, just like that.
Just like that.
He said, I just want
I
to
can
just...
definitely see it dressed up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah. Probably go good with that right there you got in your hand.
I ain't trying to do too much tonight. I got work in the morning.
You sure right.
Yeah.
So how everybody been? How's the New Year's been treating y'all? How the old years have been going? What's going on?
New year, same shit.
Different day. Mm-hmm. I hear it. I hear it.
Fireworks went off. It was a New Year. Happy New Year. All right.
Back to work. I hear that. How's the week been going?
I was sick.
Damn.
Seemed like
Well, you know.
everybody was sick, man. Bubble guts floating around the city, boy.
Oh, it wasn't bubble guts for me. I just
okay.
got like a massive migraine, like the worst migraine I've had, but it lasted all day.
Ooh, shit.
It's just like times 10. Just couldn't do nothing.
You go to a doctor about that?
Yeah, they just gave me stronger pills, but I just gotta eat on time. That's the thing, because I work so early in the morning and I'm eating breakfast at 4.
Yeah.
My day is off. I ain't getting up till like 8, 9.
Yeah.
So
Throw yourself off.
Yeah.
I hear it.
yeah, I just gotta manage that. You know,
For real.
home remedies. Mom said drink some tea in the morning.
Yeah, bro.
Who needs a doctor?
Hey, bro.
That's why we die early. That's why women last longer than us. Lord.
Who needs a
Who
doctor?
needs a doctor?
Amen. We out here surviving.
My week been going. It's been a hectic week. You know, everything going on from after Christmas, then New Year's. Had some good luck at work. Picked up some new stuff. Made me feel good. It lets me know I'm moving forward. Definitely for to help my financial situation. I'm starting a new year off. Just everything that I lacked in last year, I'm pushing forward and pushing harder to, because it's always a blessing to go to be able to make it to see a new year, because there's so many people who didn't. There's so many people who didn't make it.
Yeah.
But every breath is a blessing. So I try to every year analyze and think, where did I fail? What did I do good? I do my own little inventory, and I'm like, I'm gonna work on all those things that I need to work on so I can be a better person than I was last year, so I can keep the progress. And so me and my girl, we've been on a lot of shit here lately. I've been pulling the carriage, making sure all this shit gets fucking taken care of. Because there's just one thing about me. I don't like sitting in the same shit for too long. You know, change is, is inevitable. And like at the end of the day, somebody told me once, if you ain't growing, then you going. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm always looking for growth, however it comes. So anyway, that's how the year ended and began for me. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. Well, my week has been fun. You know, been actually on the road for damn near this whole week.
Yo,
Missed that a little bit, but same thing. This year is about to be a different year for me personally. Mindset is different, goals is greater, and yeah, I'm trying to step out of my own way when it comes down to different things and really push forward, because I realize the one thing I've hold myself back on when it came down to the music wise and even personal things. I've held myself back, and this year I ain't doing that shit. I can't continue doing that because I don't like staying, like Archie said, I don't like staying in the same situation for too long. I've progressed on certain aspects of my life. I progressed, but there's certain things internally that I have to progress so I can be better. So
yeah.
so look at on that whole thing about our goals for the year. How do y'all feel about manifesting goals? Like, some people say you should always speak it into
existence.
Yeah, how do y'all feel about that?
You should. To me, we always say what's that saying? The power is in the tongue. I feel like when you really speak things into existence and really work for it, you giving your own self that encouragement that you know what you're headed towards. If you're gonna say this year is about to be a better financial year for you, you do your research. Like I always say, do your research on what do you need to cut back on. You look at your own finances and go like, all right, cool. Where do I have to? What has to be sacrificed for me to reach a specific goal? You know what I mean? And work towards that. You keep that in mind and keep doing that. You know what I mean? You're gonna reach it. So I always say, speak it into existence, and you're gonna get what you're gonna get. You feel me? But it also goes with working. You can't just speak it. It's just like prayers. You can't just pray to God and don't put the work behind it. You know what I mean? Exactly. You have to put that work behind it. So any goal that you're trying to achieve, or anything that you're trying to achieve or accomplish, you have to put the work. You already know what the idea is. You already seek it. You can see it. Go and achieve it. Go out for it.
Yeah. So I tried that last year, and I think I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna just shut up and keep shit to myself. Between me and God.
Well, that's different. To me, that's different.
So here's the thing. Everything. Maybe it's just bad luck. Everything that I spoke on, that I said out loud, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I had a roadblock for every single thing that I said I was gonna do.
You know what I feel, and this is just me personally, because sometimes I feel when you speak things into existence, I look at it as how I just said it. You speak it to God. You're speaking into existence in itself is something that's within you. You know what I mean? That's a conversation within you and God. When you start speaking it to other people,
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna do that.
When you start speaking it,
I said it.
Yeah, because they always they say people pray for your downfall, and that's the truth of the matter is. Like people do pray for your downfall. People pray for other people's unsuccess. So you always have to watch who you talking to when it comes down to it. If people's in the same mindset as you, and you know these people's in the same wave and mindset, those are the people that's always going to pray for you and go forward. When you know there's people that brings negativity, or every time you bring up something that you want to achieve and you realize is not the response that you're looking at, sometimes that's the person you got to shut up to. You don't even have to don't even say nothing, because those are the people that is actually praying for your downfall. Those are the people that's actually looking for you to fail and then rub it in your face later. I told you it wasn't going to work. That's why I said for me, manifesting is for me, when you speak into existence, you talking to God and having that personal one-on-one with him. And like for me, I like to pray in the shower. Every morning I wake up, pray in the shower. That's me personal, talking to him. And we have that. There's things that I want to try to do that I don't say out loud. You feel me? I don't talk to nobody, because he knows where I want to go with it. and I gotta work for it because, like I told y'all, sometimes people, good or bad, could corrupt your mind on how you think of things, even when it's moving forward, no matter what it is. And I've learned that. If y'all already know from last year, I've learned that where I've asked too many people a question on a different move, and you could tell how that turned out. You know what I mean? For me personally. So that's why I said, going forward, the only person that's gonna know is God, what I want to do next. And all I got to do for me is just work on it. You feel me? Just put the work in behind it, and my blessing's gonna come from there. You feel me?
Yeah, I'll put it like this. For me, I don't care what people think. Period. Like, people tell me shit all the time. I'm like, fuck you. Like, good or bad, because at the end of the day, your praise is good. I like the pats on the back, but at the same time, I don't need that. And I love it and I adore it. I'm human. I'm just like everybody else. I like when a motherfucker agree with me, but at the same time, a motherfucker could be happy for you, but still they'll lead you. You know, they'll lead you one way. Especially a person who don't want to see you succeed. I speak. Y'all know me. I'm outspoken. I'm very outspoken. I talk. You know what I'm saying? And I tell a motherfucker what I want to do. Like, and because I know the drive that I have. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that's gonna stop me from achieving what I want, because I was taught very young what a man think is what a man is. Like, so the things that I believe, when it comes down to my morals, when it comes down to my ideas, when it comes down to my goals, I always say them out loud because that's who I am. You know, I can't help but say who I am. You know, like everything that comes out of my mouth is me. You get what I'm saying? That's the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I honestly believe, well, no matter what anybody says, you know, at the end of the day, when I'm laying in my bed, when I'm old and it's my time to go, I'm the one that has to be okay with my life.
Yeah.
My girl could have loved everything I did, but that don't matter because I'm the one that got to be happy. You know, my kids, they could love everything, but I got to be happy, because if I'm laying there and be like, well, everybody's happy around me, but I'm not
happy. Yeah.
That's what's the problem. You know, if our happiness aligns and our goals align, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do nothing alone in this world. That's the truth. But when it comes down to manifestation, man, I honestly believe, like it was told to me when I was getting my life right, when I was, you know, going through rehab and all that, I had to, somebody told me, they were like, man, you pray, you know, and most people sit on their butt and just expect it to happen in front of them.
Yeah.
But basically, you got to think of yourself like you digging a hole, right? You trying to pray to God, I need this hole dug. And next thing you know, a shovel's there. You know what I'm saying? God ain't gonna do the work for you.
He gonna supply you what you need.
Once he starts seeing you do the work, he'll meet you halfway. And that's exactly how I come at everything. So I'll go to God in prayer and I'll be like, I need this. And speaking of roadblocks, like sometimes when you're digging, you fucking hit that hard ground and you're like, what the hell? And maybe instead of using a shovel, I switch to a pickaxe. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I truly believe, because that's one thing that I have struggled with like bad. Like sometimes I feel like, fuck, it seems like every time I try to make a move, it seems like something else happened or something this and that. It seems like the whole universe is trying to stop me from doing these things. But also I look at it like this: if it ain't worth struggling for, it ain't worth having. You know what I'm saying? Anything worth having is gonna be hard work. You're gonna have to struggle through it if you want to, because that teaches you appreciation. Like, I had to work my ass off to get this, that, and the third. I ain't gonna let nobody mistreat it. I ain't gonna let myself mistreat it. I ain't gonna let this, that. Like, I tell my girl this all the time. Like, man, things gotta be sacred. Like, I bust my ass for what I have in my life, and I look at it a different way than she does, because she sits back and takes care of the kids and she enjoys the fruits of the labor. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like, man, you hold on. With the way you handling that, I don't appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it took for me to get that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, and that goes with anything. Like, even this music stuff. Like, you know, it takes I just don't let anybody into my headspace. You know what I'm saying? There's a small. I'll put it even like this. I have a small circle of people I'll go to that I feel like, whenever it comes down to my thoughts and my hopes and my dreams, that I'll go to and present myself to. And if And if when I go to them and they tell me and they give me the guidance, you know, it's like I got my own circle of elders. You know what I'm saying? There's some young motherfuckers same age as me on that seat, but they my circle of elders because I see how they moving, and I'll go to them and be like, all right, this is what I got going on. Tell me what you think. And them are the only motherfuckers that I'll let invade my thought process, because again, you can't do nothing alone. Even if you just going to God, one more thing that I learned is God talks to you through other people. That's what I believe. Is I'll pray to God, and next thing I know, I'm having a conversation at a convenience store, and somebody is telling me something that I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how did the conversation just ends up in a place where I was like, damn, I was just struggling with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you got to lean on other people, but you just got to watch it's got to be certain people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just let anybody in your headspace.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So, anyway.
Yeah, so that was my thing for the new year. Just not. It's not that I care. It's just I feel like I talk too much about what my plans are. So then, whatever outside force it is, because I'm open with like my wife, my mother, just whoever, like shit, coworkers. At one point, I was telling them, yo, I'm about to do this, and this, and then, you know, most of the time I get negative, like, oh, don't do this because this person. Then in the same sentence, they telling me how much I could be doing. I'm like, which one is it? So now I'm just gonna, like I said, keep it between me and the big man and just keep going forward, you know.
That's what I said. And the one thing about it is he gonna send you messages like through people, through music, because you'll be surprised when you start listening to music and things that you've been thinking about pops up in that music. It could be through movies. It could be through anything. He will send you that message when you on that path. Things that you need to be questioned or you have questions for, it will be answered, bro. But like you said, when it comes down to manifesting, you know who you could talk to. You know your direction. All I can say, stay focused on it. That's all I can say. Stay focused on it.
Yeah.
No matter if you don't even have to say it out loud to anybody else. When it comes down to it, you stay focused on it because those are your goals. And don't let nobody. Doesn't matter who it is, because everybody know me. I don't give a damn if I'm believing in something and I'm headstrong on it. I'm going for it. You feel me? It's only me that could take me out. You feel me? And that's the fact of matters. And I said it before. When you start letting people invade, like I said, y'all already know off camera. Y'all already know. That already fucked my mind up to the point and put me in a mental state like, what the hell? I don't like that. So it's only me that could take me out. You don't allow nobody else to take you out but yourself, and that's the truth about it.
On some spiritual shit, this may sound woo woo to everybody, but I always look for signs because I'm always praying for signs, right? And I know when I'm going in the right direction because my life I always see monarch butterflies just randomly floating by me. Or like the other day, I was at the stoplight, and y'all know my favorite numbers are 3 sevens. I'm sitting at the light, and I look down. There's this Mustang there, and it has the letters, and it had all the rest of the numbers were sevens. And I was like, yo. And it's always confirmation for me when I see stuff like that, like just randomly, like, you know, I'm not looking for it. I just notice it, and that makes me know, all right, wherever I'm going, the path that I'm on, this is the right path.
Yeah.
You know, the struggles that I'm going through, and that's another. I know it's kind of deviating a little bit off of that, but I think this is a bigger conversation, just manifestation, because at the end of the day, you know, struggles are there to sharpen you. You know, like iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
I look at every challenge I go through, and I get frustrated when I go through challenges too, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do, you know. But every situation is there to teach me something about myself and also push me forward. You know, like I'll go through some pitfalls. Like I've had my struggles through 2025, where financially, where, you know, family and all this stuff, but every single time that I got through on the other end, I learned a little bit more about myself, about my temperament, about my ego, or about how far I can take things. And I learned a little something that also makes me a better person and also gives me another tool in my tool belt. So whenever I run into that situation again, I'm big prepared now. I know how, all right, maybe I need to this time this happens, just keep my cool, and I'm gonna play it this way because I know how it happened that time. You know what I'm saying? And so it just prepares me for the next situation. It's like some shit me and you used to talk about, where I used to say life is also like just like a job, right?
Yeah.
You go into a job, definitely a job you never been at. You gotta learn things before you get there. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna mess up. Repetition is basically what life is. We're repeating same processes in different forms every day. So it takes a little bit of messing up, and it takes a little bit of struggle to get to the place you want to be. Because I promise you this, with my job, it took me, I had to dang near fuck up some shit before I got to the point where I started remembering it. Well, if I know if I put this wire here, that motherfucker will arc at my face. You know what I mean? So now I never put that wire there again, and that's just kind of like life. You know, it's like, man, I know whenever this shit comes up, this is what's gonna happen, this and that, or you know, but it's all to make you better. I looking at life from a positive, optimistic point of view can change, man. Because again, like I said, whatever a man thinks is whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's in your heart, whatever's in your mind is what you exude to the world. You know, and you know, to me, that shit's very vitally important. You know, at the end of the day. So, anyway.
Yes, sir. Answer your question.
We got real deep and spiritual. Deep
Yeah, that's
Made him start thinking like,
yeah, it helped. It helped.
yeah, bro.
Just things to bring into the new year. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
The message's gonna come, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, with we ain't even gonna talk resolutions with that shit.
You want to bring
Scrapped.
up? You want to bring up before we get deep? You want to go ahead and?
I mean, it's not even this.
You can do with this.
It's some more scenario.
That's fine. with
Hey,
us.
that's fine. Hey, this and that don't matter.
Whatever it
That's
is.
still the name of the game, baby.
What you got for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I kind of created these, so we'll see how they actually go.
Oh, you created this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Some of them is based.
creative bag.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
The second one's based off of something I heard before. I just tried to
Retweak it.
a little bit.
Okay. Let's see what you got.
So you're out with your daughter, and she has to use the bathroom. Do you take her into the men's or the women's bathroom?
I'm taking her to the men's restroom with me. It's a closed stall. I'm gonna make sure ain't nobody in there. Yeah, she coming with me wherever I go. I don't want to invade the women's bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel weird. A bunch of women looking at you crazy. You know.
I agree. I'm going with. She gonna come. If it's me and her, I'll go in the men's bathroom, and I'll be outside the stall because there ain't gonna be nobody there. So once she goes in, nigga, try it.
Yeah, post it up. That
Nigga,
front
try
door.
it.
That's the same thing I said. So I put that in there. That I actually got off of Facebook thing. The comments was actually divided. Some were saying they'd go into the, they'd knock on the women, like make sure the women, if there's any in there, they're okay. Like let them know the situation. And they say that women will be understanding with the situation.
You see, that's a 50.
I don't believe that.
That's a
Because
risk.
someone also said a woman could just say, "Oh, you're just using that as excuse to slide on women." I'm
that's
like,
an
it
excuse.
makes sense.
Yeah. I don't ever want to put myself
In
in
that
that
situation.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, that's why I instantly, men's bathroom, hey, bro, hey, man.
Then the other side of it, the people saying you bring her into the men's bathroom, men are perverted. But I'm also saying,
You more.
I'm also saying, like, I'm right there. You think I'm gonna put her in the stall and then walk away? No.
Yeah, no.
Somebody tries some shit, and you have that conversation with your daughter. If someone, and probably even that, you don't even let nobody go in the stall next to her until she's done. So
That's a fact.
that shit's locked up. Like shit, no shit, weird shit's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at
If
all.
I'm standing there, what? Yeah, I ain't worried about no, yeah, nah. Well, I'll snatch motherfucker up so
Bro.
quick. I'll be like, I'm going to jail. Yeah. But yeah, and plus, to be honest, I think, all right, in most public settings, definitely you go out, most motherfuckers are with their kids. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, or you go out to the park. Everybody got their kids. I don't think there's that many motherfuckers just well, there is definitely at like Walmart, but like say the park. Everybody there with their kid. I think dudes will understand. Oh man, hey man, I'm with my daughter in here. I bet you that dude, he got his kids with him. He gonna just all right. I'll wait until she done. You know, and I feel like it wouldn't be much of a thing. And then, like you said, I'm standing in there. Like, yeah, I would be more uncomfortable standing in the woman's restroom.
Yeah, because you got to still stand outside the stall. Women are coming in and out either way. Like,
that won't make it.
Now you got to stand there. Oh, sorry, my daughter's using the bathroom. You still look like a weirdo posted outside of a stall.
They might not see your daughter's feet. You know what I'm saying? You just posted up by the stall, and they like. Next thing you know, you got store security on your ass. Sir, we need you to come with us.
It's an awkward situation in that scenario.
And it's very sensitive nowadays, man. You know, with the way the political climate is.
You really want to take that chance, bro?
Yeah, they ain't putting me. My face ain't gonna be on the news.
On some wild
You
shit.
will never be able to go back to Walmart.
Caught peeping in the women's restroom. No.
All in the news. You get fired.
Yeah. Face blasted all over TikTok and Facebook. Oh my God.
You done, bro.
Yeah. You might as well do all your hopes and dreams is gone.
Your family
you
looking at you.
I knew I recognized your face. Yeah, bro.
Kids getting shamed at school.
Bro.
Your daddy like watching girls eat.
I'm good.
Yeah. What is it, CPS?
Yeah, bro.
What's your daddy looking? What did he do to you? Like,
boy.
Yeah, it goes into a deeper conversation for
all
that.
kind of unnecessary questions.
All because you just want her to use the bathroom. That's all she had to do.
Like my girl, she take my son into the girls' bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So I think because she ain't going into the men's restroom. Hell no.
Yeah.
The whole family gotta go if that's gonna happen.
That's how it used to be too. Like younger, like when we was younger, the same thing. My mom, if we out there with my mom, we got to use the bathroom. And you young, you gonna go in the woman's bathroom. She gonna go to the stall. You do what you got to do, and you come back out. She's right there. So it's the same thing. Like.
Yeah, I just felt it was a whole back and forth in the comments. I was like, you know what? Might as well bring it up.
Yeah.
One more thing, I would think it's weird if a nigga say, "Yeah, I'm going to the girls' bathroom."
Bro,
nigga, what you got going on, bro?
That I would think is weird
like I
as
said,
hell.
it was literally 50. Every comment was, I'm going to the women's. I'm going to the men's. I'm like, and everybody had their explanation of why they would go into which bathroom.
I'd swear that that meme of the black dude on Dexter where he's sitting there looking like this. How I'm looking at the niggas who say, "Yeah, I'm gonna take her to the girls' bathroom." Why?
I'm not doing that.
There's a perfectly clean. You just seen the janitor leave the men's bathroom. Why are you going in? Huh? Yeah, nah. You just want.
And that was somebody's excuse. It was like the women's bathroom is cleaner. I'm like, that's it.
Have you ever been to a pilot? Boy, I swear they as soon as they know you done, they going in there scrubbing the shit out of that motherfucker, boy. Anyway.
All right. Which woman would you choose? CEO, 7 figures, 4 kids, but none of them yours. Barely has time for you, but when she does, she gives you the world. Sex is basic.
Okay. I seen it.
All right, your next one's an employee. She makes $50K a year. No kids. Has time, but is always busy. Freak in the bed.
Has time but always busy. One is busy but could give you the time to.
See, one of them, my brain goes this way, and this is where I'm right. I haven't chose yet, but my brain go either I can be arm candy and get flued out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go to Miami, baby boy? Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Family trip.
Family trip. We going to Miami. We take care of my 4 kids, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? Or I see hardworking woman. You know, we both working, we grinding, we madly in love. We ain't got no kids. We stacking up bread, and we can start a family whenever we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. To be honest,
I think the one that gets me is the time part because
No, he got it. Cause I was trying to mess y'all up with it to make y'all think like she doing something else on the side, but she's just like, you know, woman with aspirations. That's why she says she's always busy.
That's what I'm saying. It's a time part because at the end of the day, it's the same thing if you flip it vice versa for a woman for a man. It's like the timing. Like the one that's a CEO. Yeah, they both busy. Let's put it like that. They
They're
both are
technically
busy.
both busy.
But one, she has the timing. What you said, she has an aspiration just like you, but she's always busy. So at one point, that's going to be an intersection where the fact that you're going to want to spend time with her, and she can't. Versus the other one that, literally speaking, when she got the time, she's giving you the world. When that time is yours, is dedicated to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like both choices ain't bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Both choices ain't bad.
I think if I had to just choose, I'm choosing the latter because I like a woman with some hustle. So the CEO and a woman with a job is already in my lane. But to build something with somebody means something. Like I just said, it takes the harder you work for it, the more you appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I would. Boy, if I had a sugar mama, basically, all she need me to do is chill at the crib. Boy, I'd revert back to a teenager.
Stay on dad, you know?
Yeah, boy, I'd have everything I ever wanted in my life, boy, but I wouldn't appreciate none of it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't appreciate none of it because at the end of the day, yeah, you know, it is what it is. All I know is I gotta give her a little of this sausage, and she gonna shoot me 10K.
And that's
you know what
another
I mean?
You got to give her the best she ever had every time. Because the second, that's the thing. She only wants to do the basic, you know.
Missionary.
The
whole time. Like, look here, bitch. I need you to.
You might get to hit it from the back a little bit, but
you know, if I'm getting paid 10K, I don't care how we do it. You can say you want me to blindfold myself. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. But at the same time, I just feel like I personally know myself. I would appreciate a woman that I could build something with. I could build, not only am I building a future because we both grinding, we both got money, we both working jobs, but whenever time comes and we want to settle down, we can create a family. She ain't got no kids. It's not like with the CEO lady, like, you got 4 kids already, you ain't gonna want a 5th. You ain't gonna want a 5th.
That too.
You ain't gonna want no 6th. There ain't gonna be a basketball team of motherfuckers in this house. You know, this ain't the goddamn Brady Bunch. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and then, you know, most CEO women, you know, they got a little something else going on the side. You know, they got money and they can move around. They know other people. You know, I watched enough TV shows.
I understand. You're just here to take care of the kids.
Yeah, you just my side piece, really. You my in-home dick. Yeah, that's all you is. I also got a motherfucker over in the Bahamas that be blowing this shit out.
That business.
I go to Morocco on a business trip.
You going to Morocco again, dear?
How long you gonna be going? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, but you going way to DC? Oh shit. Okay. Got a party with a senator? Oh, all right. Yeah.
Oh, at that time.
Yeah, I'm like, can I go? No, I gotta stay. Okay, all right.
Now, who gonna watch the kids, bro? Who gonna clean the house?
See, I ain't nobody nanny. God damn it.
When she slapped that 10K in your
She
account.
like, here you go, man.
For 2 weeks?
I know you've been wanting that new Jordans and the new ties on your truck.
CEO and all that type of shit. You should have your own nanny and all that type of crap out here, bro.
Nah.
What you mean?
She got James.
Boy, she come home and have me spotless cookies on the stove.
Yeah, she gonna, before the business trip, she gonna let him hit. You know what I mean? He gonna be good for like them 2 weeks.
Kiss him on the forehead.
If I know
I'll be back, baby.
if I know she getting active, hey man,
You getting active too?
I'm outside with the 10K in my pocket going what? Yeah, I got me a little something too, you know, cause you know, but anyway, let me not get too.
I'm glad you said that. Let's get into the next one.
Yo.
Here we go. Last one. Your wife makes a lot of money, but never told you how. Damn. This is, like I said, it's a scenario. Hold on.
Never told you how. Crazy.
No, I said wife, so y'all done locked in.
Locked in.
A package is delivered
Could
to
be a
you.
CIA agent, you know.
A package is. Go ahead.
Hold on.
I want to hear this.
I want y'all to hear it.
He said a package is
Look.
delivered. Go ahead.
Package is delivered to you. Inside is a USB and a note. On this USB is a collection of videos of your wife having sex. My bad. Hold on. The note that came with the package says, confront your wife and they will stop all of this. Keep quiet and they'll add $5 million on top of the $1 million that she earns every year. What do you do?
Ooh. See, money ain't everything. First off, I'm waiting till she get home. I'm sitting in the living room with my Xbox on with the USB plugged in. As soon as I hear the door, I'm gonna hit play on the motherfucker. Like, bitch, what is this? Oh yeah? This how we afforded this? Oh yeah, so you telling me you bought these shoes and this fit off of Poppin' Pussy? God damn, you didn't cut it in, I couldn't be Pimp Daddy or something. Jesus, I couldn't stand out the door, but nah, what the hell? Yeah, boy, I'm gonna be hot. Nah, I'm joking right now, but boy, I'd be like, yo, man, I feel like I wouldn't know my woman.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm confronted.
Because you gotta think about it. She been making this money since y'all met. She was well off. Y'all dated, you did everything. Stayed together, got married. Who knows? Possibly had kids.
Damn. You in the room and you like, man, shit a little loose, but the money good.
Facts, bro. The fact that you never knew after all these years is crazy.
Oh, boy, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a private thing, It's not nothing. None of these videos is on the web. Just recorded and saved.
So basically, she got a super rich sugar daddy, or something like that.
She out here doing something just in private.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they was giving her $1 million, and they say, "Hey,
$1 million.
You keep this quiet."
And you get $5 million on top of the $1 million.
Well, she gets $5 million. Yeah. So
as we now we're married, bro. It's a we thing.
It's a we. Yeah. Fuck around and divorce.
Joint back.
Yo.
Oh man,
he said there ain't no prenups or nothing in this bitch. He says we get $5 million added. I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be a hothead situation because at the end of the day, for me personally, that's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, she got to do something crazy to get me to be like, all right, I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
She got to tell me some crazy shit like, this man, I've been fucking with him for this and that amount of years. He said he was going to leave this shit to me when he passed and he got kicked. I'd be like, man, you know what? All right. It had to be some extravagant ass story for me to be like, maybe, But I don't know. Oh, God.
It would fuck with me. That would fuck with me. He said, if you confront all this, shut it down. This shit done.
Yeah, they finding somebody else.
Hope she got a savings account.
I hope you save something.
You better save something. This shit's over. Facts, bro. I'm gonna confront. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna sit up here because at the end of the day, it's always gonna, no matter if they deposit that $5 million, it's gonna be in the back of your head. Now you know what the fuck is going on. You already know once you step out this house, that's gonna be all in your mental. Like she about to go fuck this dude. No matter if she going to the store, you already thinking she about to go see this nigga. If she spends an hour too long, she wouldn't fuck this. Like it's gonna be fucking with your head, bro.
Yeah, not me personally on some real shit. I'm not the insecure type. As soon as I start feeling like that, and I feel like I gotta go through your phone, and I'm like, look, something ain't right. Let's talk about this. I gotta go, or you gotta go. We figure this shit out, or we break it.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm not finna sit here and be feeling like I gotta be super spy to figure out what the fuck going on. And plus, man, I don't need no Eskimo, bro. God damn me. Golly.
Some older man just pulls up on you at the grocery store one day. What's going on, brother?
Oh yeah, I know your girl very well.
That's right there, man. Hell nah, bro.
What you mean by that?
Yeah, facts. Nah, that's a confrontation, bro. I'm gonna confront it.
Yeah.
I got him. Me personally, I got him.
Yeah, that's don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let that shit fuck with me. I don't care. It's $5 million. I get it. $5 million. I understand the life we live in. Now you understand how she got it. Now it's more of a bro. You gotta explain this shit.
Man, so you
really
clapping cheeks. She was like, I wonder.
That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna. You gonna
Fuck today.
Now I see why she always tired.
Man, so it went a little bit easier than that.
Again, this shit a little loose, but
nah, bro.
oh shit. Well, I'm instantly turning around. You know what? Just for the get back, I'm going to go find a rich old lady.
Bro, you know that's harder on men than
I don't know how hard. You just gotta I'm getting at the gym. I'm finna go get a job at the goddamn country club real quick. Yeah. Hey, Miss Rebecca, how you like that? Yeah.
Hey, Miss Daisy. I could come and mow your lawn for you.
You need me to put the star on your Christmas tree? Yeah, I got you. Your husband died and he was an oil baron? Hey. Yeah.
Nah, you looking at no ass questions.
I heard you needed some new Jordans. Come put that thing on me real quick.
Tell you.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! All right.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, I didn't know where that shit was gonna go.
Pops, you ain't hear none of that. You hear me?
Oh hell. Once you said that.
You know, it's the pee in the comment. Oh shit! Now you know how it goes.
Where we going with this one?
Yeah, we can hit wherever. I think let's knock out this music shit first, just to keep up to date, and then we'll go into whatever we got.
Let's do this 50. 50?
Yeah, I want y'all to because y'all know more about this than me, and y'all had a good conversation going before we press record. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, they leave. Damn, how did this shit start? Okay, so
It started with the first
50
water shit.
Yeah. 50 said.
Well, you gotta go back. Technically speaking, this all started because of the reason why 50 versus everybody because of the Diddy doc. That's literally why this whole thing is really coming out, because at the end of the day, everybody's feeling like, why? What is the purpose of 50 doing this documentary? Especially, he's been working on it for 10 years and all type of shit.
Damn.
10 years?
That nigga wasn't even in jail yet.
I thought he was throwing it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he just threw this shit together, bro.
Yeah, bro. They've been saying reports has been saying it's been 10 years this man been working on this whole situation between Diddy.
Bro, that's another level of pettiness, bro. Like,
Bro.
10 years?
What could he possibly do?
And as it come to a head, you know what I mean, I think it was Jim Jones that didn't call it a documentary. He said this stuff like this is called a mockumentary because it feels like you mocking the career of Diddy and everything or whatever, especially everything that's coming out, because the question of it is, what does this do? Like, what was the purpose? That's everybody's main question of the situation. What was the purpose? To me, at one point, I thought 50 was trying to be like Thanos, like literally just devouring everybody, like how this is going. But, 50 being where he's at, he's throwing money to everything, and that's where this whole diss track came about. Because the squatters, right? Because he said he's pretty much putting out there, when they asked the question, his response was pretty much that they owe money to their landlord. It had nothing to do with the actual response of what they're saying, like, yo, this is a mockumentary, and instead of him explaining himself, It's just more.
Yeah, he just tried to roast them.
Yeah, he tried to roast them, talking about how much they owe, they in debt, they don't making as much money as he is, and that he owes. I could buy this whole situation from under you and everything like that.
See, and niggas was looking at me crazy saying I'd kick 50 off the table. Nah, but this is why. This nigga is too petty.
On some petty shit, you know what I mean? And then, they made the Squatters freestyle.
Which was dope.
It was a nice freestyle.
So, I really wish we could have played this shit. I gotta figure it out. Yeah. Who was it? Jim Jones.
Dave East.
Mano,
and Fabulous. And
Fabulous had the best freestyle out of
Is he
everybody.
like a part of the podcast?
Yeah, it's for them.
Oh,
That's
it's
all.
for them.
That's all
okay.
the podcast. Let's rap about it.
Oh, okay.
And they made a joke about let's squat about it because 50 Cent talk about the squatters
and shit.
and they made the squatters freestyle. And to me personally, like you said, Fabulous really hit the assignment because what they did on this freestyle was they took 50 beats and all four of them rapped on a different 50 beat. So they did that, and to me personally, Fabulous is the one that addressed the whole situation, like pretty much saying, people thinking that they don't got it and they really do. You pretty much pocket watching and all type of shit, but you don't know the situation, and yeah, bro. But,
Yeah. Like I said, everybody, all four of them was dope when they did that, but Fab really took the cake on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now we 50 kind of responded, said, he gonna get to it. I was really hoping we would end off the year with like a
50 verse, a 50.
yeah.
50
So, but then
50 done.
That's
don't
what
know.
everybody saying.
With all this AI shit going on, I don't know what's really put out there because I guess 50 put out something. Damn, and I had it here just now, but he put out something with and he did this a music video, an AI music video actually.
Jesus.
Yeah, so fuck, I lost it. But he put out a music video with him and like 3 other artists. Can't remember their names. Sounded good, but I'm like, I'd rather you just respond to them dudes and then get back to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just gotta wait and see what 50 gonna do.
I think 50 just.
I just hope he don't take too long.
He is like I think 50 is just the petty king. He is
Mega
the
troll.
king of it. Yeah, ultra troll. He just like pissing people off for fun. Like for real. I think if I'm listening to what y'all saying and like he's sitting there, he's like, I got y'all in y'all feelings. Y'all broke bitches. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing all this extra shit by freestyling at me. And then he said, I'll get to it. Cause he's like, I'm unbothered. You know what I mean? 50 is that one guy you just don't want to get into. You don't want to get into a measuring contest with, because that man will go to the doctor and make sure he get an extension put in. Like, yeah, boy, yeah, boy. But shit, yeah. 50, I think it's really entertaining because, to be honest, 50 Cent has over the years, his Instagram and all the stuff with Ja Rule, even the stuff he be saying about Jay-Z, like obviously the stuff with Diddy. It's just almost like they're all in a battle for the top of New York. The only person I ain't never seen Fifth say nothing about was Nas. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to big money movers in New York, when it comes down to the hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he just got some respect for Nas or something like that. But I definitely know he had some shit to say about Jay, obviously Diddy, He just that guy, you know what I'm saying? You just don't unless you're ready to get crazy with him.
I don't know if he really.
To me, that would even be a thing. I think Nas would even be unbothered by the bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah, Nas hit him with a stack of money just like he pulled him. Yeah, like, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, Nas is one of them, for me.
Didn't he just buy a casino? Yeah, I think Nas.
And there's a whole mass appeal thing is with him. He's connected to this whole situation, too, so he's like...
Nas making moves.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. But speaking of beefs, man, that's fucking... Doechii and Aiden Ross, again... and academics and all this other stuff and all the streamer guys, this shit's popping off also, and I think it's very stupid because like academics and the whole internet for a long time been talking about how Doechii was an industry plant, and honestly,
can I before you continue? What is this definition of an industry plant? Because I feel like this is where this industry plant thing has been placed on people. I feel like very loosely.
I'll give you the one that I've seen most people use. Somebody they didn't know that pops up out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden they're ultra famous. So like,
oh, that's crazy.
Right now, there's
the first picture they put up on Google is Doechii.
That's insane.
Because that's like when Cat Williams called Kevin Hart an industry plant. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's something that we always said. If you never followed, because it's artists that will pop up out of nowhere. Because then, if you had to take that term, there's a bunch of artists that could have been placed in this category. Because like that R&B guy that you talked about that came out of nowhere, blew up and then disappeared. Mm-hmm. That Forbats, yeah. You know what I mean? Like to me, like when Cat Williams said Kevin Hart was on, it's like when you watch Kevin Hart grew. Kevin Hart was on movies that literally speaking either was B-rated, C-rated movies before he actually made it to the pinnacle where he's at now.
Up in the 90s.
You know what I mean?
Early 2000s.
And that's how that was. Like to call somebody like that you see the growth because that's what that was used to as an industry plan because of, I guess, how he is now. The man worked. Same thing like Doechii. Just because you haven't seen her grind does not mean she's an industry plant.
I think what it is with a lot of people, because the internet is so big now, right? And everybody's always in their own little silo, right? Where you, like, all you listen to is trap music, or all you listen to is soft R&B, or all you listen to is soul. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in their own silo. When somebody hits and blows up, like back when we were young, right? I remember the first time I heard a Jeezy record. I remember sitting there watching a video. I didn't know who I was like, this song slapped. But next thing you know, everybody knew Jeezy. So that same effect that's going on, I think people are equating that too, because nowadays everybody's so siloed off in their own echo chambers that they're not really paying attention. See, even in the song, Doechii says, I struggled for 8 years before I blew up.
That's a fact.
I was on my ass. And, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's because, I'll put it like this. In my point of view, I see it as, like, they expecting, like, Little Beefsteak or whoever they listening to on SoundCloud.
Little Beefsteak.
Yeah. Young Fajita Meat to fucking blow up because them and all their friends are listening to Young Fajita Meat. But at the end of the day, there's real people who are still on the grind, who are still pushing, and that are making waves, that are getting picked by the right record labels, and the right record label believes in them, and they're like, we're going to put all this money behind you. Now, at the end of the day, just because you don't know who that person is and you don't believe that people are listening to that music doesn't mean that it's not true. It's just that you don't listen to that music.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And the internet culture is so weird because everybody, we've went through this shit 1,000 times. The internet is not real, but people live their whole lives on the internet. Me personally, I'm chronically online, and I to a point where I'm like, maybe I need to take a step back from this shit. But at the same time, I know there's people out there that are, as soon as they wake up, they get online. They got to see what academics said. They got to see what Aiden Ross said. They got to see. They got to see what No Jumpers has to say about this. They got to see what this and this and that. And they live their whole life off of small clips and shit like that. So sooner or later that becomes real, and their whole identity and their likes and all that shit becomes that. And like, again, they just get ushered into a silo where this is all you hear all day long. Oh, this, that, and the third. So now I'm just regurgitating it because I can't think for myself, you know, at the end of the day.
I just feel like the word industry plan is going around just like, what was that other one? Coworker music. when you don't like somebody or something, you just say them words. Because I remember, like I said, when I first heard Doechii it was her and Kodak Black on a song. And I remember that song was a hot song for a minute, then Doechii disappeared. Mm-hmm. From my knowledge of, because I didn't hear nothing from her. It wasn't on the radio, and I wasn't keeping track until we heard her first album.
Yeah.
And to me, we've listened to it, and I was like, damn, Doechii is fire.
Yeah.
Like the way she came out on that album, it was like 20 something songs on that album. Like, yo, she was really talking real shit. Mm-hmm. And whatever the case may be, I was like, yo, Doechii's fire. Like, she got bars and she's doing what she got to do. If people's perception of somebody, y'all can't be putting labels on things just because y'all don't like. If y'all don't like them, just say you don't like the artist. That's the real shit about it. Mm-hmm. To claim somebody's an industry plant, but you don't even know her backstory, is crazy to me. Because at the end of the day, every artist have a upcoming of how long they've took to get here. It's not something that's an overnighter. That's, to me, is an industry plant. If somebody that literally speaking said, I woke up today and this is my first song and now I blew up, yes, to me that would be a definition of an industry plant. Because that's an overnight success, and we know there ain't no such thing as an overnight success.
So here's the thing.
Go ahead.
And that's a wild list, but industry plant, basically the derogatory term for a musician who achieves rapid fame through hidden major label backing, industry connections, or heavy marketing while pretending to be self-made independent artists. Often leading fans to suspect their success isn't entirely organic. And I just came across this crazy ass list of
industry plants.
The top 20 biggest industry plants of all time.
Give us the top 10.
No. Just guess who's number one.
Doechii?
Kendrick.
Bro, that sounds like this is just a list of slander.
Yeah, I think so.
Niggas who make lyrical music.
Bro,
Go ahead.
Look.
Kendrick.
Because I can't see no other lists, and I'm sure it's just some other bullshit, but all right.
Top 10. Let's hear the top 10.
Top 10. I wanted to run through the 20.
Okay, go for it.
One of y'all favorites, one of everybody's favorites is on here.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so number 1 through 10. Kendrick, Doechii, Tyler, Playboy Max, Megan Thee Stallion, Ice Spice, Central C, 50 Cent, Four Bats, Lil Tyler, Dave Blunts, Yeats. What the fuck that is?
White Boy Yeet.
Dave Blunts is funny.
He makes that music that make the youngins turn up. He definitely on that Drake wave esque. You know.
Shabuzi, Ian, Little Tecca, Corday.
Bro,
how?
Yeah.
No, I know Corday.
Okay,
I'm just saying, like, how?
Y'all seen Corday?
How? Keep going.
That's
crazy.
Ken Carson, Lil Nas X, Jack Harlow, Tupac. That's what I said. This is probably some bullshit.
Who wrote that list? What list? Where did that come from?
Bro, of course it's Facebook. Oh, and look at that.
How is Pac on this whole situation?
Boy, whoever wrote that
a lot
list.
of bullshit. All right.
So whoever wrote that list.
The definition says somebody claiming that they're independent, even though even if they had a major label backing.
They're claiming that they're independent while, they actually had major label backing, which should be something easy to find out if they're backed by a major label.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we've always known, Doechii always claimed TDE and all that situation. Kendrick always claimed because until recent years when he did his own label. I haven't heard him say
TDE.
He was 100% TDE.
Yeah, because you got to think, he came up.
And TDE was under Interscope. They've said this multiple of times. Like, that's what they were signed to.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm trying to figure out where people getting information from.
It's probably somebody's bullshit list.
It is, because if you look at it too, 50 Cent, even when you watch 50 claimed who picked them up was Drake and M.
Yeah.
And they were Interscope. He said it.
Yeah. Facts.
Bro, this is just the first thing that came up under the definition, bro.
Look, the crazy shit about all this, man, it feels like it comes from I like to hear the beat. I don't really care what the rapper's saying as person who, You know, which that's your
Like there's a lot of music out, bro. You're not gonna hear every single artist, especially with everybody just making music as easy as it is, bro. You're not gonna hear every artist, and somebody's gonna blow up that you never heard of, and you're gonna just instantly call them an industry player.
Look, the funny thing is, half these people.
Wow.
You have to. Which,
Shabuzi's wild.
half these people don't even know that they were doing TikToks to a sound of Doechie's before she even got famous. There's a sound my girl put me on. I was like, "That's Doechii," and she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I didn't know that." You know what I'm saying? It was viral well before anybody it's alligator bites came out. You get what I'm saying? So you're doing all these trends on TikTok. You see all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know. But like, obviously she grinded her butt off. You know, hell, to me nowadays everything is. It goes back to that thing, man, where fuck people. You fuck what people say, fuck what people think, fuck the comments, because at the end of the day, and that's why I love the way she represented on that song.
Yeah, that track.
Bro, that shit was fire. Like, if you don't like, I don't know what you trying to listen to if you don't even think that that's a dope ass song.
She gotta be one of the best female rappers out right now.
The combo of her and SZA, the way they went at it, bro. That shit was beautiful.
Like I said, she keeps it real. Like the way she is not the same old what we hearing from Doechii. Like when she spits to me, she's really placing whatever's going on. It's not just I'm gonna shake my ass and whatever. It's not that. Don't saying that she don't have them tracks, but when she really about to keep it real, she's gonna keep it real and keep it 100.
Yeah,
you feel me? And that track that she came out with SZA, that shit was fire. Especially
she
off
addressed
of her first
everything that the internet said
and
about
she said,
her.
"Don't worry, there's an album coming."
She said it's 6 months old and need a babysitter. So she had this shit ready 6 months ago.
She said, "Yo, don't worry. I got something for that ass. Keep playing. Y'all want to talk
that
y'all
shit?
shit?"
Was loaded up in June, baby. Yeah. She dropped it at the end of December. Bro, oh my God.
She coming for that.
All I know is this. Nigga, this goes back, and this is what I was holding on saying when we were talking about this before we press record. This goes back to my thing about streamers. These streamers got too much dip on their chip, and you know what? At the end of the day, I can't even blame them, right? Because when you blow up so big, how do we know some of these streamers are industry plans? But anyway, when you blow up so big as a streamer and you're able to have all this access to powerful people in the music industry or famous artists and stuff like that, you gonna think your word means something. But at the end of the day, I'm glad everybody that I've seen online is looking at Adin Ross like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, during that, first off, you recording a song with Tech Nine.
I'm about to say Tech Nine, nigga.
Forgive me. I have sinned. I have sinned. Tekashi 6ix9ine. You recorded this song with Tekashi 6ix9ine,
bro.
Tekashi, man, nobody. I don't know anybody that takes him serious. See,
I said technically. See, all right, I get it. I take you back.
Forgive him, Lord, he has sinned as well. But nobody takes Tekashi serious like that, bro. He ain't. We all know it's a troll. It's a troll. He an entertainer. He a clown, right? And at the end of the day, nobody cares. Adin Ross, you got bigger things to worry about, obviously. So I don't know why you worry about Doechii. I
you definitely got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah. Rico, and we ain't talking about the Puerto Rican guy that probably cleaned your tub. Jesus Christ.
And I ain't gonna lie, if you want to do a song with somebody to come for Doechii, bro, you need to get a better lyricist, bro. Come on, bro. I ain't gonna.
We actually gonna call him a lyricist?
I said a better one. I'll get.
What you gonna call him a lyricist?
I'm gonna call him a lyricist because he write music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it that.
Anybody that pins.
I ain't call him a wordsmith. I ain't call him none of that. I ain't call him. I just said a lyricist because he put pen to pad. From what I know.
If he even do that.
If he does that.
Yeah, boy can just do what everybody else.
No, I'm not in the session with him.
But I would like to address this because it's something that you brought up. Is like, why is that so hard for black men to support black female artists? And I don't think that it is in such ways. I think that definitely the response and the blow, because you know, as a man, you know, I sit here and what I don't support sometimes is I look at it from a father's point of view. I'm like, man, my daughter could love such and such artist, but all this such and such artist talks about is this. When I think about how I fell in love with hip hop, I'm like, yeah, there was some gangster shit, and I fell in love with gangster shit, but there was also somebody also rapping about some conscious shit. So I look at it sometimes, and I hate on. Hate is a strong word. I dislike a lot of the music that women produce nowadays because all it is this, that, and the third.
I mean, we can hate. It's fine.
Huh?
We can hate.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I just don't want my daughter thinking that city girl life is all that's there. You know what I'm saying? A woman with a good, which I think Doechii is, and I think that's why Doechii is good, is because she's also introspective. Mm-hmm. She make, just like I said, I like gangster rap just like I like conscious rap. You know what I'm saying? But there's a time and a place for it. I didn't just get inundated with just straight up gangster rap. I got to hear from all these men that were talking different perspectives, and it helped build who I am as an artist. 100. With my daughter, I feel like all there is for her is the examples there are for her, and it's all the same stuff. I guess you got which we won't even all the extra stuff going on with Nicki and just other stuff, but Nicki Minaj is a spitter. She don't just talk about popping, you know what I'm saying, pussy, but you know, a majority of the women out there, you know, you got to really dig through the crates as a girl to find something.
You got to go to their early stuff before they make it big.
Yeah, like just think if they look at Ice Spice, bro.
Is it Scarlett?
Scarlett?
He showed me a song, like she had a dope ass song, and then
Scarlett was
it was a drastic ass change. I was like, some boyfriend song.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, you showed me that.
Have you seen my boy? Yeah, I was.
And you know,
I supported Scarlett because Scarlett was on that grimy shit, like he said, like is that street. But she kept, to me, it was like he was keeping it real. But then, to me, that's where that industry start planting some things and you start switching lanes. Mm-hmm. And then it takes the essence away from that artist, to me. Like, I can't say if this is what they wanted to do because I'm not in them rooms. But as an outsider looking in, it feels like you took the essence of who she was and it turned it into what you want everybody to portray her to be. And to me personally, sometimes that's not what we all need.
The industry thinks sex. I mean, sex does sell, but that's not all we need. Like,
no, I like a sexy woman with a good head on her shoulders. If I'm speaking as a man, that's what I find attractive. I like a girl that get crazy when we doing our thing, but also someone I can sit down and have a deep conversation with. Yeah. I don't want the whole thing to be like an ad for OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
And that's what it feels
like. It is. That's what it's been like for like a good minute now.
To be honest, I think really what the problem is, and since we're talking about industry plants, the true industry plants are those who sell out to the idea that the industry has, to me. As soon as you go from, you were one artist before you got famous to go into making that microwave ass music, to me, you are the industry plant. You are everything that the industry wanted you to be. You changed your hair. You changed your gimmick. Put the tattoo on your face. You did all this. You did all that. You are
your music switched up as soon as everything you made
switched.
It.
Yeah, because you are an industry robot. Like, and there's a big difference between that and somebody who grinds hard. You may not hear about them. They may have been underground for years.
And that's like, I don't get why people are surprised when somebody blows up after working hard. Like, you're not just gonna track this one person's whole career from since they started. Like, they're gonna blow up they're gonna make a hit, they're gonna blow up, and if they keep that momentum, you're gonna keep hearing about them. So
that's what I said. To me, it's not a surprise no more. To me, it's just you don't like the person or you don't like the artist. Yeah. You just want to press a label on it because that's the fact of the matter is that's what you're gonna see it as. Because at the end of the day, we haven't seen a lot of artists' growth. We hear about it. If they talk about it in their music, we hear about it. But a lot of the times, we don't even know how long a lot of these, because if they don't do interviews or anything, we don't know how long they've been grinding for. A lot of them talked about, yeah, we started since we was 13, 11. We've been writing, and then this, we didn't make it until we were 27.
I mean, shit. Look, the other,
And that's the
one
truth.
of the other episodes we just digged into Joe Budden.
Budden.
We knew about him, but
And that was a 16-year, what we said, 16 years?
old
Or 13-year
one?
career, or however it goes. He had a whole career. I didn't know nothing about it. You feel me? I know Joe Budden because of Pump It Up and because of what he did in
I remember
Slaughterhouse.
him in Def Jam Fight for New York.
You know what?
But
I just
that
thought
was
about
just-
another track. Do your thing, I'ma do my thing.
That-
Do your thing, I'ma do my thing.
That's Pump It Up.
That's Pump It Up.
Is it Pump It Up?
See?
So I was like, wait.
Hey,
that's Pump It Up, is it?
That's Pump It Up.
Pump it up.
Damn, my bad, Joe. I hope I don't. Yeah, my bad, big dog. I gotta do a little more research.
We apologize, Joe.
But see, and you know what? That's to the point, right? Because even me as a young man, you know what I'm saying, you get siloed and you get pushed into what's popular, right? So Doechii, the thing is, I feel like it's like a neck jerk reaction. It's like the world is changing, hip hop is changing, things are changing at such a rapid pace at this time and moment that people are trying to fight change. Lyricism is coming back in. More lyrical wordsmiths are coming back in, and it's okay. It's okay that the music isn't just, you know, all I listen to this shit is at the club. You know what I'm saying? I think what the problem is everybody's used to such of a high, like everybody wants that high hit all the way. Like they need a Drake. They need that one, even if it's a one hit, that one song where you put it in your truck and it don't matter. The bass is knocking. You may never listen to that motherfucker again, but it's microwave music, right? That instant turnout, instant flow, right? But now you get somebody who actually has talent, who's actually pushing, which makes sense why they consider somebody like Kendrick an industry plant, is because, again, like you said, the word industry plant has lost its whole meaning, because nowadays it doesn't mean, oh, you were planted here by the industry. It means somebody that I just don't know, you know. And at the end of the day, man, the game is changing. I feel like hip hop music is going through another cycle. It's flipping around again. Whether it's old is new again, and that's just the problem. And everybody wants to fight that. It's okay. Sit back, enjoy the ride that we're on. You know what I'm saying?
My question to y'all, even with Drake, are y'all following Drake after Hotline Bling, or were y'all following Drake through his whole career? Because
I only knew him about the hits.
no, meaning as because when you think about it, I'm not a Drake fan.
Like,
But
here's the thing.
Drake had from
I'm not going to
Archie
deny
and
the
everybody
man
else.
made hits. Like every time.
The man had hits that everybody could date back before Hotline Bling.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? When people bring up Drake in the mentions, and when a lot of us, we think of Drake, how I think of Drake is Hotline Bling after Hotline Bling, and how everything has gone way. He's kind of morphed into the
really blew up.
no, he blew up, but he was more into I'm gonna follow, starting getting into that trendy. Versus when everybody was really talking about Drake was his earlier years. When I heard about Drake was everybody. I hear disputes about you gotta listen to this track.
Back
Where
when
really,
Quentin Miller was writing this shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
trying to make a point.
I was just about to say, yo, I was just listening to some of his early shit. That shit was fire. And this man said, when this dude was writing it, I was like, oh.
Damn. But that's what I'm saying, because when we talk about these situations, a lot of people, like you said, you look at Drake as who he is. But where did you start from? Did you follow his career from when he was actually grinding, coming through Young Money and all that type of shit, going through that whole cycle, going through all of that? Or did you come when he got brolic and now he dancing and now he doing all of this?
You got to think though. Remember, like I'm 32 years old, right? I was in high school when I first heard of Drake, right? I was in high school when I first saw the world has changed so much in just that time from high school to me being 32. It's a good 15, 16 years, right? About 15, 16 years. Drake has been all these different things, but for the kids who are 15 now, that's all they know. These kids aren't going back and listening to old discographies.
Which they should.
They going off face value.
But that's what my point goes. Because to me, if you're just going off of face value, then technically speaking, we can't have this conversation. Mm-hmm. Because for us as artists, I went back to listen to Nas when Nas was before my time. Mm-hmm. I went back and listened to Rakim. We went back and listened to Big Daddy Kane. These are before our times. I went back and listened to Heavy D. I went back.
Like shit, I just went back and listened to Joe Budden.
You feel me?
But I'll look.
Then that's what I'm saying. Like, to me,
side of the kids,
nothing but fire, bro.
I'll tell you this: when I was young, Texas rap was still big dog in Texas. Lil Wayne was still whatever. I didn't start doing my research on hip hop until probably I got like really, because I've always been into West Coast hip hop and Southern hip hop, right? But I didn't really start doing deep dives on New York rap and the mecca of it all until I got into my 20s. When I really realized, like, I always knew I loved hip hop and I always knew I loved rap music, but I didn't really start reaching in. It's because I want to, just like these kids nowadays, I just want to do the thing that I love, and I want to be cool while I do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, my frontal lobe ain't all the way fucking developed, right? All I know is I don't want to be made fun of. All I know is this is all I see my friends listening to. This is all I see that group listening to. This is all I see is popular. Everybody talking about this. So I want to make my music like that. At the end of the day, I was a victim of it too. That young mentality. It takes true growth and willingness to want to be able to go back and figure out what this thing came from. Because a lot of these kids, you got to remember, some of these kids were born that are half these comments underneath these videos about Drake and Kendrick. Half these kids were probably born in 08.
No, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. You know, these kids, they still don't know, right? And that's, I think, half the problem why we don't have new standout artists is because a lot of, you got to think. Remember, look at how old all these younger artists coming in are, and like how quick they disappear. Their lifespan, their shelf life is so small. It's because they're young, underdeveloped. They haven't really went through nothing. They're only doing the thing that they think is cool and whatever. And they're the god of it all is Drake. You get what I'm saying? Drake knows how to reach to the young crowd. He knows how to. That's how he keeps himself relevant. So whatever version of Drake there is the version of the young kids that he's reaching to. So like, if you were born in 2005. There's a 2005 Drake. When you were in your teenage years, that's all you remember. You were born in 08, that's all you remember. You know, so, you know, that's what they grew up with. That's what their mom or their dad was playing in a truck. You get what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I don't blame them so much. But at the same time, if you're going to be into hip-hop, know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's what I say, because at the end of the day, to me personally, like we said for Doechii, if you don't know nothing about her, or if you find that her sound wasn't for you, just stated that it wasn't for you.
Yeah, doing this whole reel about this and that, and you don't like
because
it's cool if you don't like somebody, you don't gotta make a big thing about it. Like,
because to me personally, she gonna do what she does best, like every artist do. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit on a song because you've been talking shit about me for so long. Now it's time for me to call you out. You can't get mad. If you want to get mad about it. But if you can't expect somebody not to be feel disrespected if once she came out, you want to disrespect her, call her industry playing, call her this and that or whatever. Never respected her music, never respected her sound because it's not what you wanted. And then now she calling you out like, oh, now I got to make a diss track. For what? Because to me personally, I'm going to put it like this. You ain't going to step up to the plate the way she's going to come at you. You're not. This is her career. This is her life. Mm-hmm. And especially who she's aligned with. Because this you want to call on the list, number one is Kendrick. we all know that's a wordsmith motherfucker right there.
There's a lot of
she's aligned with, and if you say Kendrick, follow who the hell is behind him.
Yeah.
Follow who the hell's behind him.
There's just so many names on there. I was like, what?
Come on.
But my final thoughts on this, and then I'll let it be, is you got to remember, this is why I say streamers in hip hop is a bad combination, because streamers don't care about hip hop, they care about clicks. Mm-hmm. They get their money from donations from their listeners, from people that watch them. So what are they going to do? They're going to say the most craziest thing, do the most craziest thing to entertain. So basically, Doechii didn't even say the man's name, right?
She didn't say nobody's name.
She didn't say nobody's name.
Yeah, from what I heard.
But what all these streamers who feel like she's talking, they're going to ride that
speculation,
moment.
Bro.
Because they know.
That's what I seen. Somebody said she was coming at Nicki.
It's the Coke bar.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
I thought it was the whole sucking dick from the back, the whole industry.
Crazy.
That's why I was like.
To me, I feel like she came for a lot of situations here, bro.
I told you it's mostly the internet.
The part that she got me was nobody eats until your ass get fat. Mm-hmm. Like when you.
All right, so
that's like I said.
Ice Spice. Yeah, but like I said, the internet and hip hop need to break up.
I'm not gonna lie.
Honest,
you
been trying to get his final thought off?
No, because
come on, big bro.
Big D talking. Shut up real quick.
I agree and I disagree at the same time with the whole internet and even the streamer thing. I think after you got to give it some time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like podcasts. No one really fuck with it in the beginning, but now it's a bigger thing. Everybody understands how to use it. I agree. And there's going to be people that don't use it right and the people that use it for the right thing. You know what I mean? But I think it's the same with streamers. Like, you just got to give them some time. Right now, it's all fucked up when it comes to hip hop and streaming.
Mm-hmm. If you get, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I just feel like, right, again, back to my statement, young folks who majority watch streamers.
But that's the thing, it's up to them. Like, we're not sitting down wasting our time watching streamers. That's for the young people. They're gonna do that. So they gotta figure out how they're gonna really formulate that whole streaming thing to make it something worthwhile for, like, to properly fit into hip hop, not just have artists come on and do bullshit.
Yeah, and I guess, like I said, last thought right here, right? I think where I come from, thought process wise, is when you think about streamers and you think about streamers like Adin Ross and you think about streamers like Ak, who Ak has been involved in hip hop for a while. Like, didn't he even have his own show, or he was a part of a show on Revolt and all this and all? Ak been around for years, but the way he also only caters to Drake and 21, he's doing that shit on purpose, and that's what my point is. Right? Is you are purposely doing these things because you know it gets you the most streams, it gets you the most likes, it gets you the most thing. But while you're doing that, you are muddying the waters for future generations that will grow up, because there isn't any stream, because conscious music obviously gets dog walked in the internet, or not. Let's not even say conscious music, because it's not, because even that, like, it's conscious to the fact that, like, they know what they're talking. Like, this isn't just about nothing, it's about something. There's a message to it. But lyrical music or wordsmith music or whatever you want to call it gets dog walked so much because there is no balance to the scale. The scale is heavily tipped on one side, and there is nobody that just streams about straight up, like, hey man, this is my favorite Twali Qualib album. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about stuff like that.
Well, you'll find you gotta dig. You gotta dig deep. You gotta dig through the crates. You gotta really search for that if that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And right now, I think it's just a selfish game. Like, everybody's out for themselves when it comes to the streaming.
That's what I was getting to right there. That's my point. Is everybody out for themselves? They doing it for the money. They doing it for the, like, hell. Sometimes I believe half these motherfuckers probably don't even believe the shit they saying. Like, I think that Adin Ross only did that shit on stream, making that track because he knew He's riding the wave because Doechii might be talking. This is gonna get more people coming to my stream. This is gonna. Now I got Tekashi in here, and we making a song and this and that. And I'm saying this about Doechii in there. F Doechii, and it all it does is bring more attention to him. And whatever, he's just doing what anybody else would do is ride the wave, create a moment, and make sure that his name is in the history books however he can. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's my final thought.
My final thought is this. For y'all listening out there, bro. If y'all into hip-hop, music, pop music, whatever, really, truly, like what you like. Stop letting everybody's opinions on what they deem as great music influence y'all. Because that's all as it is. They're influencers, like they said, but sometimes not all influence is a good influence. So if you rock with Doechii, keep rocking with Doechii. If you don't, you don't have to. You feel me? It doesn't, and it's not just her. Any artist, any music that you fuck with, keep rocking with it. You feel me? Because that's where this always goes. We get to a point where we allow other people, like we said earlier, we allow other people to invade our mental space when it comes down to things that we like, to the point that now we thinking this has got to be what we have to do. No, you don't. You are your own individual. Rock with what you rock with, like with what you like, fuck what everybody else says. That's my final.
That's really what it is. It ain't what it do.
See, we weren't even supposed to talk about that as long, but
I didn't think that was gonna be that long.
Hey, we got to some deep shit though. We got to cover some shit, man. And you know what? This one thing about when we sit down and we talk, man, we always can find a deeper thread to pull. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing. Because we all some intelligent men. Yeah. Ego's big in this bitch. Yeah, we some intelligent men. We ain't out here just on some brain rot shit. Yeah, we really be deep thinking about some things. You know what I'm saying? And it shows in the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro.
So
you want to touch it?
Yeah, let's get to some
let's go.
With the year coming in, man, I'm talking like we still in 25.
With the year coming into play, what do you think? We here, brother.
Nah, because it was something I was thinking about, kind of with all the other topics going in, but like as men, we do a lot, and it's like what. How do y'all feel about like men's peace, men's like happiness? Like, how do we
maintain it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, and we did a therapy episode a while back, but I just recently decided it's time to actually put some action behind that. I started doing therapy. I'm starting to do therapy because at some point in my life, I realized over the last month or so that my stress level is high. And when my stress level is really high, my patience is low. My patience is low, I'm popping off. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm popping off, it causes chaos, which takes away from my peace, which causes more stress. I'm stuck in a cycle. You know what I'm saying? I realized that I'm stuck in a cycle. I don't know how to get the hell out of it. So I'm like, it's time for me to go talk to somebody who can let me explain explain my point of view and help me find the faults in it so that I can, because at the end of the day, man, my goal in life is to die happy. I've always dreamed of this, is some land, sitting on my porch as an old man, my grandkids or my grandkids, whatever, running around me, and I'm just sitting there and rocking, looking at the sunset. That's the thing that I'm chasing in life. But when I get into certain thought processes, I feel like I'm pushing myself further away. So I feel like the best way for me to work on moving towards the goal of actually being internally happy, because that's really what it's about. Too much shit on the outside, because it's not just people, like we were saying, that influence you. It's things. Mm-hmm. It's other things. It's it's the things that I project. It's the things that bounce back and hit me. You know, it's all these things that hit me in my life that make me feel unhappy. But sometimes when I sit back and I just realize that, you know what, my bills is paid, my girl taken care of, my kids taken care of, there's food in the fridge. What am I so stressed about? What am I freaking out about? And then I realize I'm taking away from my own peace.
Yeah.
You know, on a level like that, right? You know, so again, I right now I think as a man having peace, we got to find more ways to be vulnerable, because the only way to find a clear path is through the weeds.
It's finding that balance, because for me personally, I'm more. I realized here in the past years, I'm more of an introverted person. Like, even though I'm not a person that really likes to. I think that stage of me has passed, where I have to be surrounded by people or whatever the case may be. I'm more introverted. I like to stay home. And for me is where I find my peace and my balance is knowing that I could do what I want to do in the sense of what I love, like this podcast or writing music, but also giving the time to my family when they need it. You feel me? And sometimes it's hard because things do intersect. You feel me? Like when it comes down to this, like we could have a day where we doing this, but also they needed me at home for something. So you have to figure out what do you do? And the same thing with music. With my music, when it comes down to it, a lot of the times I've sacrificed putting out tracks or even getting a chance to record a track because I know priorities wise, family first. And I got to make sure they're good before I can handle that. But it's finding that balance for me. And that's why I said this year is going to be a whole different, because I'm coming to that point where I have to find that balance. Because for far too long, I have pretty much, how can you put it, poured into other people. I poured into other people when it came down to problems. I poured into other people when it came down to their happiness. I poured into other people when it came down to help, even helping. You know what I mean? You pour into other people and then you sometimes turn around and they don't pour back the same way. You know what I mean? And then you start obtaining a lot of stress and a lot of mental aches, because the fact of the matter is you're taking on their things. You feel me? You start pouring that into yourself. It's like you giving them all the positive, but now you're absorbing all the negative. And that really spews out, where the fact of the matter is you took all that and then you got to go home or you have to go somewhere else, and then you have to hear something so simple, then like Archie said, you're blowing off. You know what I mean? You going off and you're like, everybody trying to figure out what the hell. So where for me finding my peace is just pouring into myself more. The goals that I want to achieve, how am I going to achieve them? Where do I see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? Because I've always had a dream for myself when it came down to it, no matter what it is. I've always had a dream of building my own house. Where the fact of, I've always said it as a 5-bedroom house where I have a bar area as a chill out area, and I have my dining room, have a basement to be like a theater-esque area and everything to chill out, and a big ass backyard. That was me. I didn't know where this was gonna be, but that's what I'm aiming for. That's literally what I'm aiming for. To build that house and see that house get built. You feel me? So I have to figure out where can I get to Z, and that's where that's at. That's my end goal. And so now is more of, I gotta find my balance between work, my dreams, and home, and make that all come into one. And that's how, once that comes in, I know where my peace is at. And once that balance is coming to a head where I'm looking at it, is like I'm finally coming ahead where I see it. So now I'm at a point where, fuck the stress, bro. I ain't stressing over nothing. Yeah. I can't, because they say stress killer. I ain't stressing over nothing. It's time for me to really, if I gotta do stress, it gotta be good stress. And the fact that why we haven't reached here, why like I said for the podcast, and me and you talked offline, I want to see a certain amount and keep going when it comes down to viewership, when it comes down to subscriptions and whatever. That's the stress I'm only looking at, because I'm trying to better myself, we trying to better ourselves so I could better my family. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And that's where it's at, bro.
Yeah, so, and this has been something I was dealing with all last year. Like I used to try to make like video games, at least like my hobbies, try to make those my stress reliever. But I realized it's not really working. So I don't know. It's just like I realized I became more like I was really keeping everything in, just trying to like not let anyone see that I'm stressed out or anything like that. But I mean, my wife sees through it. It's like, you know, that bullshit meter that she can see.
Everybody, yeah.
But
Pop up like a health bar.
Facts. All it takes is a look. You give a certain look, and they already know what the fuck is going on.
yeah, because I was silently getting more aggressive for no reason. And like I told y'all before, I used to just like cut people off for no reason, or just quietly just do it. Just, you know, just cut people off. You know, that was my way of handling things. Of, you know, things got stressful, whatever it was. It's like, and then, you know, I don't know. It's just going forward. I'm just trying to figure out how I could ease that stress.
Personally,
Because right now, like I've thought about the therapy thing, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Yeah, you gotta. I'm gonna tell you this. What got me there? What got me there is y'all. Everybody that know me and that's been around me, that know me in real life, they know I can go from 100. I'm from 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? And one day I just was just so mad, and just small shit pissed me off. That the next morning I woke up and I was like, first off, not only did I have to think about like why am I so upset, but I felt the effects of it. It's almost like a hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt my blood pressure was just high, and I was like, I gotta figure out what's going on, because I'm gonna end up wilding out and losing everything that I love. Even if I feel like I'm right, because you can be right and wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up losing everything I love, or I'm gonna end up putting myself in an early grave. And I'm gonna put myself in an early grave because I hold all this shit in, and I don't let it out when I need to, because I'm so focused on holding everything up. I feel like, and I've talked about this with my girl. I was like, man, I feel like I can't afford to even have a bad day some days, because if I have a bad day, it feels like everything else or nothing gets done. You know, I'm a man of action. You know what I'm saying? I like making moves. I do things.
Yeah.
I feel like a man the most when I'm making things happen. You know, when I'm pieces over here, pieces over there, this and that, whatever. I feel like the man the most, because I know I'm moving things around to make sure my family's good, right? But at the end of the day, all that shit comes with a lot of headache and a lot of worry, unspoken anxiety, like, you know, like all that stuff that I deal with. And then I come home, I sit down, I have a drink, and I turn my game on, and then I'm wondering why when I'm sitting there playing my game, then I'm like, fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's that silent fuck going off in the back of my head.
That's the thing. Games
You know what
don't
I
really
mean?
help.
Exactly.
Like for me, like I thought games would help, but I just end up more pissed off than I was before.
Bro, I get on Fortnite I get on Fortnite and I'm like I'm on fifth place. I get killed, and I'm sitting there like frustrated because I know it's some 15-year-old, 16-year-old who got an easy life, probably streaming, you know, making a little bit of money off of it. I'm like, what? You know, and then I'll be sitting there like, oh my God. So I understand where you're coming from. Like I definitely understand, because gaming has always been a release valve for me, because it's a way for me to turn my brain off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like the simple games, not like Helldivers 2 is not, it's not a PvP game. It's just you versus the computers, and that shit started to piss me off sometimes. Just, you know, yeah. And even I still play my game, but at one point I try to, like, you know, because I'm in the car, so I thought, you know, maybe an adrenaline rush will help. So now I'm speeding to and from work, and I just had a thought. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was doing 100 on a loop, and for some reason, some thought just hit me. It's like, I got a daughter at home. Why am I doing all this? I'm not racing nobody. It's just me flying down the speedway, and the thought just hit me. It's like, it don't make no sense.
I'll tell you this, from my point of view, because there's a point in my life where I was searching for happiness, and it led me down this path, right? It led me down this path of false happiness, right? And I didn't know it was false happiness because I was happy, or I thought I was happy when I was doing this shit, right? Until I started realizing, like, when I was sobered up in my eyes, when I was done enjoying the thing and my world was at chaos around me, that thing that I was doing was just silencing the noise just a little bit, just enough for me to feel like I have control, right? But when the reality hit and I realized I didn't have control and I ended up in the worst situation of my life, I had to sit there and analyze everything that I went wrong. And sometimes it's not even what I did wrong. It's the things that I hold on to. You get what I'm saying? I think, and as a man, and I feel like specifically as a man, it's harder for us to let things go, because not only am I a man and my ego, it's just the thing about men. We have that thing in us. We are born bred protectors and providers. That's just part of our DNA, right? So that we ain't foraging the forest for a deer anymore. We're out here working 9 to 5s and all this stuff. And sometimes you don't feel complete in that. And then you come home and then there's this, that, and the third needs to be done. And this, that, you don't feel complete in that. You're tired, you're overworked, and then you come home and all this is going on. Like you said, you get on your game, you're like, damn, I can't do this, I can't do this shit, I can't even get past this fucking level, and all I wanted to do was sit down and enjoy it. There's this, and this is why I'm doing therapy. This bring it all to a head of what I'm getting at is the reason why I'm doing therapy is because I keep trying to fit a fucking circle in a square hole. You get what I'm saying? A circle peg in a square hole. I keep trying to fill myself with these things that don't really, they make me happy, but they don't really complete me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And until I can figure out, there's this best analogy or whatever, metaphor or whatever the fuck somebody told me, man. He was like, man, you're standing in a puddle of your own shit. He said, you don't even know that. Shit's all the way up to your goddamn chin, and all you doing is just fucking just looking around trying to blame everybody else while you're drowning. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a minute to understand what he was saying. And basically he's saying is there's a lot of things, even if it ain't my fault, that are my fault. I hold on to things. I don't let things go. I do this, or there's certain stresses that I force myself to stress about. There's certain things and there's a certain way of life that I had this and that. There's this viewpoint of the world that I have that I just can't let go of, or there's the keeping up with the Joneses. There's this and that. There's all this shit. And I wonder why I'm so fucking stressed out.
Yeah.
I built a well around myself, and now there's water flowing in. It's raining. You get what I'm saying? And I'm wondering what the fuck is going on? This is supposed to be my fortress. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be my walls that I built. So anyway, for me, I feel like the only way out is in. You get what I'm saying? If I want to know why I'm struggling, I have to look within myself, because it's easy to blame everything and everybody else. I can easily do that shit. I can say, you're the reason, my job's the reason, that person's the reason, my girl is the reason, my kids are the reason. I can do all that but I never point that finger back at myself.
That's what they always say. You point one finger out, 3 ones pointing back at you.
100%, man. And I feel like before I can address anything out there, I need to address here. Mm-hmm. Because if I want to be happy, again, like I said at the top of this, I'm gonna be that nigga laying in that bed, in that hospice bed one day, looking at my family around me when it's my time to go, and it's up to me. I focus so much. What Taz was saying, I focus so much on feeding and pouring into other people. Sometimes I neglect myself, and maybe I'm resentful about that. Maybe I'm mad that, you know what, you don't notice when I'm upset. You didn't call and check up on me. Or I'm sitting here, I had a bad fucking night. I couldn't sleep. I was frustrated. This shit going on. Couldn't sleep, and I still got to go to fucking work because my job expects this from me. Or I got this and this going on. And you know what? As men, we suffer through shit silently. And that's where our problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what our real problem is. Well, let me put it for me.
But that's what we're told.
My problem is. Yeah, facts.
You gotta man up and just take it.
But the Caribbeans have that saying, pressure does bust pipe. We've heard that.
In the same breath, they tell you to man up and deal with it.
The thing about it is, and we gonna go there, at the end of the day, everybody got a gauge. We see it all the time. They could tell you to man up all you want. That's just everybody's society telling you to man up. That ain't something that's real. Because at the end of the day, that's what they expect you to do. Is not say shit. But the truth about it is...
No, they just don't want to deal with your shit. That's why.
Yeah.
They want to hear you complain.
Because once again, they don't want to hear it, they don't want to deal with it. But pressure does bust pipe. At the end of the day, what does pressure do? At the end of the day, it's going to be a way to come out. We see it all the time in the oil field. We see it anywhere else. Once that little hole come out, that's it. Doesn't matter who the fuck is in the way. That's how it goes, and that's what happens here. When our gauge is reached, and they always said that icing on the cake come when somebody, and it don't ever be it could be the stupidest thing somebody tell you, or something very thing, and all of a sudden you're gone. That's it. You black out. You're sitting. Fuck everybody. Fuck this, and you're just going because there's no release. We can't keep listening to what society want men to do. We can't keep always using that as an excuse. But society wants us to be men, and men has to be hard and can't explain. No, fuck all that, bro. As men, just the same way as women can be vulnerable and emotional, and when they want you to listen to them when they have to go through, and anybody else, it has to be reciprocated the same way. You have to find that outlet, because if everybody keeps to that, this is the reason why the world goes where it is. Why it is so much either killings or so much people getting hurt or so much mental illnesses and depressions and all that is big self-harm and all that, because there is no outlet to what is going on. People that absorb a lot of things take in so much that the fact of the matter is they can't go ahead and push it back out. There's no outlet, and you have to find that.
Yeah, you gotta.
You really have to find that, because at the end of the day, it's you. The same way we always said it. We are the only ones that came into our worlds by ourselves. Through birth, we came here by ourselves. Even twins come one at a time. You feel me? No matter if they harbored in the same belly, one come out first. Two of them ain't coming at the same time. It's one at a time. You feel me? So you enter this world by yourself. So you have to take care of yourself. You can't pour into nobody else unless you are good. You can't do nothing for somebody else if you're not good. If you can't give somebody 100% if you at 50. You feel me? That's not how that works, because all you're really doing is giving somebody else your last 50. You feel me?
And the big thing about what he's saying is the first thing is acknowledging that. Like the first step when I was in the program of AA, the first step was saying I need help. You know what I'm saying? That's the first step, is saying something wrong. I don't got control of whatever my drinking is or whatever my drug habit is. And I realize I don't have the answers. That's the first thing you do is, and to be honest, when you can realize like, fuck, I'm lost. That's when you're open to accepting help from outside, you know? And it's important that men, like a lot of men, everyday men, I'm not talking about, you know, we got all these men influencers, hell, even our president that try to tell you what a man and what this is for sure. This is what this looks like. This is what that is. Podcasters every day, man. You don't know my life. You don't know my struggles. At the end of the day, man, you gotta pour into yourself. You gotta find. For me, the thing that makes me the most happiest above all things, that for me, because as a family man, I love being around my kids. But when I get to be me, when I get to be Archie, and I get to separate and have some Archie time, I love writing. I love listening to music. It takes me into another dimension. It takes me into another world, and I feel like I'm able to be who I truly am because I get to get as witty and I get to say the things that I get to come up with words. I love words. I love music. I love words. I love all that shit. You hear what I'm saying? So I feel like I get to be myself, and I think that's what true happiness is. Mm-hmm. Unbothered self-expression. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we have, as men, we have so many responsibilities that sometimes we have to put on so many goddamn masks that we forget what our own fucking face looks like.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta wear so many masks. I gotta be this person in front of my boss. I gotta be this person in front of my family because I don't want my family to see this and that. And I don't want this to... When's the last time you were able to just...
decompress?
I just want to sit in silence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna sit in silence in my drawers and watch fucking Naruto. Even though I've seen it 1,000 times. But it's my favorite anime. That's what I'm gonna do. You get what I'm saying? Like, just that thing. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is. Write poetry.
You gotta find something that makes you. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And that's the truth. You gotta find whatever it is. It don't even have to be music. Even if it's just taking a step outside and sitting outside. And for you to just smell the fresh air and just look around and just be in that moment. If that's what brings you peace, you have to do that. Because I ain't gonna lie, for me personally, that's what brought me peace a lot of times. Was literally going, no matter where I'm at, going outside and just, it doesn't matter what's in front of me, just outside and just taking in the fresh air and just breathing it in and just literally just zoning into that moment where you can have that. You feel me? And that's what everybody got to find, that peace. And also, like I also say, find a way to release. If it's writing, if it's talking to somebody, if it's in music, if games is your thing, if you can release it in the games, sometimes gym, because I've even recently realized that sometimes you put your all in the gym and leave it there. It's someplace where you can leave all that stress that you have. You just going and you're pushing yourself until you go like, that's it. It's left there on that mat because I'm not taking this outside with me. Whatever is here, whatever I was frustrated, whatever is thing, I'm in my own zone. I'm locked in with this, whatever's playing in my ears, and there's nobody bothering me. You do your workout sets, boom, you're leaving it on the mat. You're leaving it there. And that's what you got to find. You just got to find that where you can release all of that so that you could focus on what you need to focus on.
One more thing, man. It's another thing somebody told me that I took very, very real. And it made me look at life a lot different. And it's the reason why, even though I'm not the most devout follower of whatever religion, but somebody told me, they were like, man, you got a God-shaped hole in you. And you're just trying to fill it with other things. And, I'm trying to fill it with this. I'm trying to fill it with that. I'm trying to fill it with women. I'm trying to fill it with gaming. I'm trying to fill it with this and this. I'm constantly looking out for things to make me happy. Mm-hmm. I'm constantly trying to, but there's a piece of me that I'm missing. And I wonder why I'm never happy. My soul is misshaped. You know what I'm saying? If my soul is supposed to be a circle, that bitch is an oval. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on with me. And that's why I say it's an internal thing. Me, I've grown to rely on God in a lot of ways, and my version of God might be not the version of God that everybody believes in or trusts in and follows. But my version of God, I've grown to rely on, and in my times of struggle, I have to remember to rely on that because there's a lot of things in my life that have come to be that haven't been wholly by my hand. Some certain opportunities just fall into my lap, and the thing that takes care of me spiritually is knowing the fact that I'm not in this alone.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because some days that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm all by myself. There's 1,000 motherfuckers around me and nobody gets me. You get what I'm saying? And the only thing that I can rely on is that connection I have to something bigger than me. And for a lot of people, it is what it is. It's whatever you believe in. But I feel like half of that battle is fought on another plane that we just really don't understand. And spiritually and mentally and physically, when I'm aligned, that's when I'm at peace. When I know I'm good mentally, physically, and spiritually, I'm okay. I don't need nothing else. Everything else is just an added feature. Everything else is just a blessing. Because I didn't, point blank period, the love I get from my family, that's something that could be taken or given away. The love that I have for this thing, or that's something that can be taken or given away. There's so much around me that could be gone right now. But when I'm aligned perfectly in the way that I need to be, when I'm good spiritually, mentally, physically, all that is just a blessing. And I know again how to appreciate it for what it is. And then within myself, I feel like my life is great. My life is good because I have all these things that weren't promised to me. I have all this respect and all this and all that wasn't promised to me, and I have it all. I have all these good people around me, that weren't promised to me. But I could be that dude that sits on the corner of Thomason every day, drawing and painting and stressing, trying to just get money for paintbrushes. You get what I'm saying? I could be that guy, but thank God that I'm not. I could be that guy that I see at the damn Kenquick sitting out there just saying, man, with a sign, I'm a veteran, man. You throw a couple change in my I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm fully aligned, that's when I realize that my problems are only small. My problems are first world problems. I got first world issues. I to be honest, I'm trying to bite off a big old chunk, and maybe my teeth ain't big enough. Maybe I got baby teeth, and I'm trying to eat a steak. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I gotta wait till I get there. But sometimes that's really all it's about to me, and that's all. That's gonna be my last little statement on it all, because this is this is right where I'm at. To be honest, like I said earlier, sometimes the way I see things is I get talked to by other people on a spiritual level, and I'm going through enough right now in my life that I decided to go to therapy, and this is the main reason. It's because I've been overstressed, I've been overwhelmed, and I can't just find that thing, but I know what works, so that's what I'm gonna do. I know what worked for me in the past, so I'm going right back to it. I'm going to go find help outside of my whole self that'll take me deeper into myself. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And at the end of the day, it's just perfect. This moment is perfect. Even, what I'm saying? Because I needed this conversation. You know what I'm saying? I needed to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
my final thoughts on this, bro, and this is just me. Honestly, I agree with everything Archie says. And my add-on is sometimes you gotta look at what's actually, besides seeking your own happiness, you gotta see what's actually drawing you to negativity or what's negative in your life, and you have to release it. Because I'm not gonna lie, with all of that, negative do draw, and negative do come with discomfort and unhappiness when too much negative energy is around. It doesn't matter what it is. And sometimes you have to, like we said, face that shit head on. You have to face that shit head on and go like, I'm not doing that. I can't continue to do that because all you're doing is draining from me. Every time I try to pour into myself, it's more you pouring into negativity. And sometimes you gotta sit down there and let that go. And that's just my thing. You have to, sometimes for peace, you have to fight the negative battle and go like, you know what? I'm not allowing this to enter my space, because once it enters, it's hard for me to release it back. And that's the truth of the matter, bro. And after that, you work on yourself and find out what makes you happy. What makes you sit down there and go, give you that fresh breath of air, like, whew, I could sit down and relax. I could sit down in my own space and go like, yeah, I'm not worrying about nothing. And that's the truth, bro. That's my whole situation on it.
Yeah, because yeah, I'm gonna take that because I needed that myself. Like, I could say my mother tells me all the time, pray on things, but I'm one of them people, like, I pray when needed. And, it's not really the way to go about it.
Nah, you gotta pray.
And, like, this thing, like, even, like I said, like, I was drinking beer today, but it's like alcohol in itself hasn't been settling with me to the point where I'm like, I don't even really like fuck with it that much anymore.
So,
and
it's
I
like
mean, I bought myself some workout equipment to try and, like I said, the games ain't working. Driving ain't really, the mindset I have ain't really good for me to be, driving the way I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need to find new outlets.
Yeah, and to me personally, the way you talking, you have to find the root of what's causing this.
Yeah.
And that's the truth, because the thing about this is, and this could go for addiction, when it comes down to certain things, you pour into other things, just like you said, to mask the pain or just to escape your reality or whatever it is that you're running from. Sometimes after a while, like you said, gaming ain't working, alcohol ain't working, and even workout may not work, because sometimes what it is you're not facing what you need to face head on. You need to find the root of what's causing you to have this mental stress, this mental strain on you. What is causing me to act erratic? What is causing me to want to drink more? What is causing me to get frustrated? I got to figure out what is causing this, because no matter what I do, because it could be even here, you could come to the podcast one day and just go fuck everybody here. You feel me? It doesn't matter what you do until you find the root of this and get rid of that root. You're gonna always pour into something else and figure out, is this gonna take a hold and mask it? Is that gonna mask it? Is this gonna mask it? All you're doing is, to be honest, is just running. You need to go stop that running and face backwards and go like, fuck it, bro. I gotta figure this the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like Archie said, you gotta look internally within you and go like, what is really causing my mental to be here? Why do I do the things I do? Why am I thinking these thoughts? Why am I acting this way? And once you can face that on, bro, you're gonna see it. And to me personally, you'll see a difference.
I'll say this, man. The thing why I feel like self-inventory is wildly important is because over time, I lie to myself all the time. I tell myself I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or this, that, and the third. Sometimes I need to realize where I'm fucking up, because sometimes in my mind, I'm the motherfucking cream of the goddamn crop. You get what I'm saying? There ain't shit that I'm doing wrong, or there ain't shit that nobody can tell me. I'm always, but at the end of the day, what reality is I'm just as human as everybody else. I'm no better, I'm no worse than nobody else. I got these expectations that I expect everybody to operate on, and when you don't, you get the wrath of the fucking idol god James. And you know what? When that don't work, it's an ego trip. You get what I'm saying? It don't work. So now I have to realize, like, oh shit, I'm fucked. All it is me constantly being mad at other people for other shit, all the goddamn time. I'm just holding on to that shit, right? I got these expectations, and then they turn into resentments, and then I got this, that, and the third going on, and everything boils down to, I want control. I'm that motherfucker. You go. No, I'm just as human as everybody else. I'm not the fucking director of the play. I'm just a motherfucker I'm an actor in it. And when I realized that, When I realized like it's not my responsibility to make it all go right, I won't be the motherfucker to blow the candle out of the sun, and I ain't gonna be the motherfucker to send the moon out into the universe. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I was born September 14th back in the 90s, and I'm gonna die one day. My grandkids might remember my name, but they kids won't ever remember me. You know, the truth is, man, like I'm here for the short period of time, just like everybody else. And yes, is it healthy to have boundaries and this and that and all that? But at the same time, in real life, in real things, everybody around me, even though they may not say it, even though they may not express it, even if they do express it, even if they're exaggerative about it, we're all going through the same fucking issues. And until I can accept the fact that I'm no better than everybody else, and that my problems are my problems because I make them my problems, then I can start seeing the world in a different view. I have to pull that veil over my eyes. I have to snatch it off of my face every now and then, because though I'll be honest with you, I love being mad at a motherfucker. Cause then now I get to act it out. I get to show who I really am. Oh, you want to see who I really am?
That's a sweet. That's a puppy.
Yeah, really on the inside, I'm just a hurt little ass boy that ain't dealt with the shit from my past, and that's my defense mechanism. My defense mechanism is, yeah, I'm big now. I'm big. Yeah, I done got big. You know, that's how, you know, I have to realize that. Because my defense mechanism has always been my anger. My defense, because you ain't gonna hurt me. I'm tired. I don't want to be hurt.
No more, yeah.
You ain't gonna hurt me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do me no type of way. So I get it. That's one thing I've learned about myself. But the only way to do that is looking within. Also setting good boundaries with people.
Yeah.
Because, look, I know I keep quoting this anonymous somebody, but he also told me this one day, and it changed my life. He said, God, you are God's kid. He don't want you disrespecting any of his kids. Why would you disrespect yourself? Why would you hurt yourself? Why would you treat yourself the way you treating yourself?
That's a fact.
God wants love. God wants to love on you. But you sit here and you say you're not deserving of it. You'll sit here and treat all these other people good, but you don't treat yourself right.
Yeah.
You don't give yourself what you need. And it made me realize, like, fuck. You know what? I do have all these expectations on myself also. Mm-hmm. I do all that shit that I do to other people too. Resentment, I have a lot of those on myself. I have a lot of fucking issues with who I am. Some days I wake up in the morning, I'm like, nigga, you fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Y'all fuck. Goddamn, I can't believe No. Sometimes I just need to take some time and just let other people love on me and let myself love on myself. I'm deserving of it too.
Yeah.
I'm not some outcast that's been exiled. I'm a part of the human race. Mm-hmm. I deserve everything everybody else deserves, and they deserve it too. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just know, man, at the end of the day, like I said, and everything that I'm saying is something internal, right? Because the way I think, like I said earlier, as a man thinketh, he is. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm constantly thinking this negative shit, I'm constantly looking at people negative, that's all I'll see.
Yeah.
The thing that I highlight the most in my head is what the world is to me. And that's the way my brain works. But at the end of the day, if I slow down and I focus on the love that I have in my life and the appreciation that I have for the things in my life, and I find gratitude in the smallest of things, I start noticing, fuck, life is beautiful.
Yeah, bro.
Like today, I'm gonna be honest with you. My son, wild little boy, energetic as hell, but you know what he did? I was about to get him in trouble for something, but he walked up and said, "Daddy, I love you." And you know what made me be like, man, this little nigga is 4 years old. He can get away with it. And it made me feel good because he wanted to give me a kiss on the cheek, and I held him. And I was like, man, there's a lot of people out there that don't get this experience. Mm-hmm. And I'm blessed enough to have that moment with my son. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is him trying to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
But the boy came over there, hugged on his daddy, gave him a kiss on his cheek, let me hold him. And you know what? I was like, man, I'm God's favorite. That's exactly what it made me feel like. You know, so I can choose my happiness. I can also choose my disparity. You know, and that's one thing that I've grown to realize is that I have a choice. And at the end of the day, if that's the key thing right there is the I part. I wake up every day as me, myself, and I. The only motherfucking version of me there is. There may be 3 motherfuckers with my name, but there's only a James Paul Archie II that I gotta worry about. You get what I'm saying? And the version of the version of me that I give the world is up to me every day. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I present myself to my family, my kids, and all that, and at the end of the day, man, it's all eternal. It's what's right here beating down on my motherfucking chest, keeping me alive every day. It's that thing, you know. So it's about how I view the world. It's the way that I think. It's the way that I feel, and it's all connected. You know what I mean? So anyway,
one thing I'll say, I'll talk to the audience on this one, and this is just my final thoughts. Be the best you. Be the best you that you can be, and achieve to be the better you that you want to be. You feel me? And everybody like to make resolutions. To me personally, make commitments to yourself. Fuck a resolution, make commitments. And it don't have to be a year thing. Just make it to yourself to be the better you. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to be you around everybody else, because once again, it's something that we've learned. Not everybody gonna accept you, and that's okay. Not everybody's meant to accept who you are. You feel me? As long as you are happy within yourself and you are happy of the person that you are, be the best person that you can be and always strive to be better. And that should be that commitment. Fuck the resolution. Be the better you. Strive for everything that you want to go for, and don't let nobody doubt you. Don't let nobody put negativity in your ear. Don't let nobody hold you back. Because real shit, like we said earlier, the only person that can hold you back is yourself. No matter what anybody else say or think, the only person that can hold you back is yourself. So I'm talking to y'all out there. This is what it is. Be you. Be the better you.
I don't got nothing really else to say, bro.
I think that's a good way to end, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Y'all already know what it is. It's 2026, baby. We started off strong. I ain't gonna lie to you. This was shit. We started off strong.
Got kind of deep.
Got deep.
That's what we need every
That's
now
how
and
you
then.
gotta do it, bro. Because like we said, there's a reason we call ourselves lyrically acclaimed. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's not all about music. It's about the words that we speak. You feel me? That's why we always call y'all lyricists, because at the end of the day, it's what the words that y'all put out there. The same thing we put it in music, we say it on this podcast. We speak our minds, we speak our opinions, and we gonna spit out the truth to y'all. That's truth to us. You feel me? We ain't here to steer nobody wrong. We ain't here to give bad advice. We always give things that we believe in. We pour it out to y'all, and that's all I gotta say on that one, my boy.
Now take 2026 by the balls and swing it around like a goddamn anyway, man.
Good.
Thank y'all for the support. Love y'all, man.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Cause you already know what it is. I'm ill-minded. That's Archie.
And I'm Big D.
And we outie in this bitch. Peace.
The way I spit hits harder than an hour later. Y'all soon call me the new rap assassinator. Got